Hello friends, I am Professor Kishore Gandhare, working as an associate professor in the Civil Engineering Department of Bhivrabai Sawant College of Engineering and Research, Pune 41. Today we are going to discuss the topic of groundwater flow and Darcy's law, which is included in the third year engineering subject of hydrology and water resources engineering, which is a very important subject in the view of your competitive examination as well as to all the human being living on the earth. Water, which is a nature's gift to the human being, without which it is very impossible to live on the earth. Right from the beginning of the human civilization, man has started living and making shelter and colonies on the banks of the major rivers such as Ganga, Yamuna, Krishna, Koyna, Savitri and like that. So, because the water was very easily available for their domestic use as well as the agricultural production. Now, water is very important for the human being for his growth, development and hygiene of the humankind. The countries which has proper storage for their agriculture use, generation of the power and for the industrial and domestic use, that countries have made the huge growth in their economical development. If water is available in scanty quantity, then there will be the situation of the famine, and if available in plenty in the rainy season, then there will be flood havoc. Also, if water is applied to the agriculture field in excess of its crop water requirement, then waterlogging will take place and the yield of a crop will get reduced, and also the land will be wasteful. Water is very important for the human life. So, various countries started searching for the water on the various planets. NASA has launched various missions in 20th century for discovering the water on the moon and other planets like Mars. India's Space Research Organization ISRO has launched the mission Mars on the November 5th, 2013, and our satellite has reached to the Mars on the 24th November 2014, and
India has successfully reached Mars.
Various missions for searching of water on moon and the various planets. If we consider our planet Earth, it is covered with 71% of the Earth's surface with the water, but only 2.5% is a fresh water or which is a drinkable water. Out of this 2.5% drinkable water, again percent water is in the solid state, that is ice or snow, which cannot be used directly and it is collected on the polar. Now, the surface water of the earth is only 0.4%, which is available in the rivers, lakes and the reservoirs built up on the earth's surface. Now, major portion of the water which is available on the earth, which is in the form of a liquid and which can be extracted from the earth, is below the ground surface as a water table. As the population of earth is increasing day by day, so the requirement of water is also increasing, and the only safe quantity of water available below the ground as a groundwater, and hence the groundwater need to be focused scientifically and it is to be preserved for the livelihood of the humankind. The science which deal with the undersurface water of the earth is called as a groundwater hydrology. It is the science which deals with the availability, distribution and conveyance of the groundwater to the surface of the earth for the human being. The geological formation which store water in its pore and allows it to be withdrawn when a well or a tube well is dug into the that formation is called as an aquifer. So, there are two types of aquifer, which is confined aquifer and unconfined aquifer. the discharge from both the aquifer can be calculated with the principles of the with the principle of Darcy's law, which is very important, and we have studied the Darcy's law. The flow through aquifer is studied with the help of Darcy's law. Darcy's law of permeability. The Darcy's law states that for a laminar flow condition in a saturated soil, the rate of flow is proportional to the hydraulic gradient. So, this hydraulic gradient is nothing but the difference between the head divided by the distance between the 2 points. So, Q is equal to K H by L into A. This is the A is the area of flow. Now, if I take this side Q by A, so it will become as a velocity. So, velocity is equal to K into I, where K is the coefficient of permeability and I is the hydraulic gradient. Thank you very much, friends.